Welcome back to Mariner Pro. I'm Captain Alex, Senior Maritime Consultant. Seafarers, listen up. If you think 2026 is just another year on the calendar, you're missing the biggest shift in maritime leverage since the 2006 Maritime Labor Convention, the MLC, was drafted. Seriously, this is big. Alex, you're absolutely right, and the data is undeniable. We're sailing right into a structural paradox. What I mean is, the job is getting more and more complex, just as the pool of experienced professionals is actually shrinking. And let's put a number on that. By the end of 2026, the industry is projected to be looking at a massive shortfall. We're talking about 90,000 trained personnel. That's a huge gap. And let me be clear, this isn't just a gap, it's a full-blown crisis for them, which means it's leverage for you. It's what turns you from a labor commodity into a specialized technical service that is in very high demand. So, let's talk money. First, let's look at the absolute baseline. As of January 1st, 2026, the International Labor Organization, or ILO, has officially bumped the global minimum wage for an able seafarer up to $690 a month. And that's just the start. It keeps rising, hitting $715 by 2028. But remember, everyone, that's the absolute floor. That's the rock bottom minimum. Most of you are sailing under International Bargaining Forum or IBF agreements, and those offer even better terms. That's right. The IBF has already locked in a 3.5% increase in wages and compensation for 2026, and you've got another 1.5% coming your way in 2027. Okay, first engagement question for you all down in the comments. What's your current basic pay? And, more importantly, has your company already adjusted your contract to match these 2026 IBAF increases? Let us know. Okay, now beyond just your base pay, let's talk about what might just be your most powerful negotiation tool right now: regulatory compliance. So here's the deal. Starting January 1st, 2026, there's a new IMO resolution, MSC 560-108. It makes training on preventing and responding to harassment and violence, including SASH, a mandatory international standard. It's now part of the PSSR module.
This is huge. Being compliance ready with this from day one means you are a plug-and-play asset for managers who are terrified of mobilization delays. You become the easy solution.
We've actually covered the technical side of this already in our STCW PSSR 2026 updates video. You should go watch that for the full compliance checklist.
And hey, if you want to basically double your value, do not miss our Seafarer Salary Hack 2026 video. We break down what we call the green premium.
This is where companies like Maersk and NYK are offering 15 to 20% premiums for crew who are certified in handling future fuels like ammonia, methanol, or hydrogen. And Alex, on top of that, we're also seeing these really specialized roles, like chief mates on drill ships, commanding salary benchmarks around $215,000, as all this offshore exploration keeps climbing through 2027. All right, next question for you. Real talk. Would you be willing to switch to a dual fuel vessel, say methanol or ammonia, if it meant a 20% jump in your base salary? Or is the technical risk just too high for you? Share your thoughts below. Now, whether you're going for a standard contract or one of these premium ones, when you finally sit down with that crewing manager, you need to bring your receipts of impact. What I mean is, don't just walk in and ask for a raise. You need to prove it. Show them how you reduced equipment downtime or how you maintained a zero-incident safety record during high-risk transits. Quantify your value.
And you have to move fast on this. The whole industry is bracing for a market correction.
We're looking at average global freight rates projected to drop by 16% in 2026. You know what that means? Owners will try to tighten their belts very soon. You have to lock in your high-value contract now while this officer shortage is at its absolute peak. So what happens if they won't budge on salary? You don't walk away, you pivot. You pivot to negotiating the total package. Look, in 2026, digital connectivity is a fundamental right, not a luxury. Negotiate for guaranteed high-speed Wi-Fi like Starlink. Push for shorter rotation cycles. Demand better family medical riders. These things have real value. Okay, final question for the comments. Let's hear it. What is the one non-monetary perk? We're talking Starlink access, food quality, maybe a 2-on, 2-off rotation. What's the one thing that you refuse to sail without in 2026? At the end of the day, you need to negotiate from a position of data, not emotion. Never forget, the world cannot move without you.
Secure your worth, seafarers. This window of leverage is wide open right now. But trust me, it won't stay open forever.
If you want the contract checklist, comment negotiate below.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this briefing with your batchmates.